You know, I really didn't want to spam you guys with uploads because now I have, this video. I want to do another toy news video today, and then I have a review going up, so I do apologize for the spam, but there's just a lot to talk about that Tomosh Nations is dropping that I just cannot help but make videos on. I want to talk about and have a discussion with you guys. So, as you can see, we're going to be talking about some of the stuff that's already been revealed and announced for the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball lines. And as you can see here, Beast Gohan, which was teased a while ago. I think definitely in New York Comic Con, ever since we saw Orange Piccolo, we were like, yeah, we're gonna get a Beast Gohan, and sure enough, we have one here already, and it looks like it is using the previous body, just some retooled parts, mostly some rips and battle damage from the superhero Gohan that we got earlier this year, which I'm fine with. And here's a close-up image of what that head sculpt looks like. Now, I don't remember if the hair changes size at different points in the film. So if it went from larger to smaller and vice versa, because I've only seen it once. I need to go back and watch it. But this hair sculpt is not as big as I thought it was going to be, which was a bit of a concern because that hair gets really big in that movie. It would have been way too top-heavy if they even attempted that. I don't think there was any way they could really do that. Besides doing it like here where it's a bit of a smaller hair sculpt, it still looks big enough and it still looks pretty nice with the nice sculpting in the hair, and the actual face that we get there is really good. Now, this here is from the website Dengeki Hobby. So my sources are down in the description below. Dengeki Hobby's website, as well as Tomoshi Nation's Instagram and some other Instagram accounts that have some stuff going on here that you'll see in this video. It may not be the most, high definition photo here, but you get an idea of how it looks, how it poses in person, and you can see how it looks in person with that hair sculpt. It is a pretty big hair sculpt, and it's still really nice. I really dig it. Here's another image from a different angle. We don't know entirely what all the different accessories are going to be yet. No words on pre-orders yet for any of this. Just want to let you guys know. I'll try to update the video and the descriptions and the comments and all that as best as I can when I find out information. But this still looks really good, and I'm really hoping those parts are compatible, with this figure, with the previous figure as well. I don't see why they wouldn't be. Speaking of, parts, which I'll actually get into in a second, here is Pan. So they finally officially showed off Pan. She looks great. She's very cute. Look at that. It's a very small figure. It looks like I won't say they've nailed small figure articulation, but they definitely have gotten better about it, I guess. I don't remember the last time it done super small figures, but we have Anya Forger from Spy Family, which I have, and the articulation it's actually not bad. It's just some things about it that are holding it back. The overall figure. Zatch Bell just came out recently, which apparently has some good articulation, and then we have this figure here. It looks like there's going to be no problems with articulation because it doesn't look like anything's hindered. That's really sick. I thought this figure should be pre-posed like basically a statue, and it's really impressive. I'll show you this image right here where she's posed up and she's fighting. It's really impressive how small of a figure this is, and they were able to get stuff like the toe hinge, elbow articulation, knee articulation. It's a bit, it's a little too apparent. Like, it's a very clear ball joint in the knee, but the fact that they were even able to make it happen is still really good. You can also, this image gives you an idea of some of the posing as well as some of the alternate parts that we're going to get, with the alternate head and all that. Faces, I should say. And here's another image. They are able to actually hide some of the articulation really well, too. I know the elbows are a little apparent, but when the knees are fully bent, they're extended, I guess, they're going straight, those joints are hidden really well. That's why I thought this was a pre-post figure, because they were able to engineer this to hide the joints in some areas really well. When you move them around, not so much. Just standing still, it looks fantastic. I am very impressed. I do believe, unfortunately, this is a Premium Bandai exclusive. I don't know what the pricing is going to be like on that yet. So we're going to have to wait and see a little bit. So hopefully this weekend they'll give us some more information. But Pan will also come with an alternate head and face for Gohan, as you see there. I had a good feeling this was going to happen when I talked about this, I think, a little over a month ago with the New York Comic Con news when they were talking about, or, they showed off Pan. I was like, they need to give us some kind of happier expression for Gohan. Sure enough, here we go. I'm impressed with this because I do wish it was more like not just winking, just like an actual happy face with both eyes open, but it's still really nice. The hair sculpt here is also, I think, really cool. So if you've already pre-ordered the Gammas, you are getting, you have the normal superhero Gohan, you're going to get Beast Gohan, and then you're going to get Pan. You're going to get a lot of stuff overall for a lot of Gohans. I'm really loving the Gohan love that Tamashii Nations has been giving this character. I am very, that movie was basically about him. So I'm glad that, some of it's locked off behind Premium Bandai, which I'm not a big fan of, but hey, it's still really cool that we're going to get it nonetheless. What I do want to talk about next is some stuff I saw in a catalog online. A lot of news has been getting sifted through my feed, so I don't know exactly who posted this, but I will leave a link down in the description below of who I screenshotted this from. But it looks like from either a magazine or catalog, we have the SH Figuarts updated Trunks figure. Very happy that they're updating Trunks. I really like the premium colors version I got like well over a decade ago. I meant to say half a decade ago. That figure is not that old. But this one looks amazing, and it's updated articulation. I didn't get the super version either. I don't know if this is borrowing any engineering from that. I wouldn't know for sure, but this looks completely brand new. It is very good looking. It might look a little broad in some areas. I don't remember how bulky he was supposed to be in the show off the top of my head, but I don't care. It looks really good. I needed this new Trunks because, again, I like the premium colors version. It's just that with some of the accessories, mostly the sword, holster, the sheath, whatever you want to call it, the peg that goes into the back is broken in there, unfortunately. So it's a little bit. It's time to update my Trunks. I love that Trunks, but it's been needing an update. And we also have images from Dengeki Hobby. Right here, this looks great. Fantastic. There's no complaints here from me. It's going to come with the sword. It's going to come with some alternate heads. The normal head and the Super Saiyan head. The overall sculpting looks brand new from the original one. It's definitely in the legs because there's an actual cut thigh swivel in there. This is just such a nice looking figure, and I'm very impressed overall with the sculpting, the engineering. It looks great. We are also going to be getting a new Super Saiyan Vegeta. Now, this looks very, very similar to the Cell Saga one. I will show off the images from Dengeki Hobby in a second, but just you can see some of this isn't the greatest lighting. This is from someone's cell phone, so some of the lighting could be off on this image, but it looks like it's going to have darker colors and a more metallic finish in the hair, and maybe a different face or two in this figure compared to the previous Cell Saga version. Now, here is an image of the figure from the show from Dengeki Hobby. As you can see, it looks like there's more of a matte finish on the face, almost similar to the I say almost similar to the one the Vegeta that is from Superhero. It looks like a little bit of shade. I actually can't tell if there's shading. It might be the lighting that's tricking me, but there might be a little bit of shading in some areas. That hair, the color in the hair is fantastic, I think, though. So no complaints there. And then this is cool. I don't know if they're going to give us a separate figure or they're going to give us this head sculpt here with the figure we're seeing right now. So it's all one package. But they would be doing a normal Vegeta head. Now, I have the Scouter Vegeta. I have the Cell Saga Vegeta. Those parts are swappable with each other. Or, the updated versions of those figures, I should say, from 2019, 2018, I think. So I think unless there is some significantly brand new stuff that I need for, this new Vegeta, I think I'm good on the previous ones I have. They may have a couple of paint scuffs here and there, but nothing that is I have to replace it right now. But this is fantastic. If you missed out on Vegeta and you want this look for Vegeta, yeah, you're going to want to jump on this as soon as pre-orders drop. Hopefully, I will update you guys as best as I can when it comes to that. We also have Orange Piccolo here. They're showing him off again at the show. This looks really good. I already kind of talked about this in enough detail in the previous videos that I did, the New York Comic-Con stuff. So there's that. They also showed off, we've seen this for a while, Androids 19 and 20 have been showing off for a while, so they showed it again at the show. I think they showed it at New York Comic-Con as well. And then the last thing I do want to talk about really quick, years ago, I think we saw a Yamcha, this version of Yamcha, and they just never did anything with it. I was assuming they canceled it, but they're showing it off again. Hopefully that means that they didn't forget about Yamcha and that we will actually finally get Yamcha back in the line for people who missed it like me, because I quite literally just need Yamcha and then I'm done with my Z Fighters. So that's all the news I do want to talk about. I'm very excited. Beast Gohan looks great. The new Trunks, I would love that new Trunks. The new Vegeta also looking pretty good if you didn't get it, especially if you didn't get it already. And Pan coming with the alternate head, I think that is actually an appropriate use of what they would be doing with, giving extra parts to a character when it comes to Premium Bandai. Unlike with the Gammas, if you ask me. Just my opinion. But, hey, still, more Dragon Ball stuff. Very excited. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about today's reveals. Thanks for watching. All my sources down in the description below. Again, sorry for the spam. It's going to be like this for a little bit of a couple days because I just am very excited about a lot of news that I want to talk about here. All right, thanks, guys.